told myself that I would post them the next day. I don't even know how long it's been since the day of the concert, but I'm recording again because I've got some free time. Earlier today I put up the Ardata video, the first part of the Ardata video. Tomorrow and the next day, hopefully, I will have the 2 parts of the Skilla video up, because I recorded the Skilla video right after the first part of the Ardata video. I'm not going to do the other half of Ardata or Diamond until I'm done with Bronya. I have the first part of the Skilla video edited, and the other one is much shorter, so it shouldn't take that long to edit, so hopefully those will be up tomorrow and today, etc. This will probably start going up if I continue the 1 upload a day pattern, which I probably won't, around Wednesday, then the next part will be on Tuesday, Ardata on Friday, Diamond over the weekend, and then I will have to find some new content. Of course, I will 100,000% probably not be able to stick to the schedule that I'm setting for myself, but it's nice to have goals, I guess. This episode and the next episode, we are going to be, I suppose, since Skilla was Lucii White, we're going to be doing of Ladies Grey, I suppose. It's weird because all of the others, we've had Bloodthirst and Bratwurst on the left and the right, and then Aesthetics, Crimson, and Otherwise, left and the right. But there weren't any Ladies Grey in Skilla's route, but there sure were Lucii White. So I guess this one's backwards for some reason. We still have no clue what the next thing is going to be. I don't know how someone found of Ladies Grey and Lucii White so long before it released last time. I hope it keeps happening, because I really enjoyed the whole guessing who it's going to be. Everyone was saying it was going to be L-Word. And I don't know why everyone was saying it was going to be L-Word. I guess, I don't know. Everybody's hoping for L-Word. I hope hers gets released soon. Alright. Volume 3. Putting one foot in front of the other, you continue on through this strange alien world. Just when you think stuff is beginning to make sense, it all slips through your fingers and becomes even stranger and more alien. There does, however, seem to be one thing that remains constant through all planets and walks of life. And that thing is friendship! You are on the prowl for more. It would have perhaps been wise to stay with one of your wonderful new friends until you are fully healed. But, as Martha Stewart said, visitors, like fish, begin to smell after 3 days. You are almost positive that Martha Stewart said that. Nevertheless, you soldier on in your endless quest for companionship. Where would your travels take you next? So last time, for Skilla, we went out into the countryside. I don't know if we're going to be headed in the same direction, or maybe a different direction as Bronya. It'll probably still be daytime, because of the whole time consistency thing, but who knows? You've been traveling through a cave network for a while now. Oh, okay. The rigid stone is a welcome respite from the eerily organic infrastructure you've been encountering, but it is also providing an unwelcome respite from friend-making. Maybe it was too much to hope for that this cavern would be home to another potential new buddy. Maybe leaving the big city behind was a horrible mistake. Just maybe these dark, cold tunnels are completely devoid of, oh, hang on, there's a bunch of buildings in the distance. Her theme is making me so happy right now. I don't know much about Bronya or Sama yet. Her design is kind of iffy. Her sprites for this are really good. I like my voice for her. She has the best theme music out of anyone so far. Even Skilla, even Amicia. I think this is definitely the best track. Listen to it, it's so whimsical. You wouldn't think that it'd fit her well.
Oh, hello. I thought you were one of my girls, but you don't look like a J-Blood. Or anything else, actually. How strange.
You convey your usual spiel regarding your circumstances. You are lost and lonely, and your ribs are still broken, you think? Honestly, the ribs are fine. You could just use another friend or two.
I see. My first responsibility is to my Jades and the Mother Grub, so I can't make any promises of friendship just yet. But you do look like you need someone to take care of you. Here in the Brooding Caverns, we follow a few simple rules.
Aww. I wonder why the VVs are only just now, like maybe only when she's excited.
1. Don't invite drama from up top down below.
Interesting.
2. Protect the mother grub. 3. We have no hierarchy, but do what I say.
There are a few girls that are not going to take kindly to this, and by a few, I mean every other Jade Blood except Wanshi.
Let's do everything we can to keep up our current record of dozens of sweeps without any Jades being called.
You're not sure what half of those words mean, but you nod your head.
Good. I'll take you to our hive. Follow me.
I really like my voice for her, and I feel like I always thought she would have a deeper voice. I think she should have a deeper voice, but I do like the voice I'm doing for her, and I like it fits her excitedness, and it's making me like her more, so I'm gonna stick with it. You follow her into her hive, which looks like a school or some kind of dormitory with multiple rooms and multiple floors.
Usually more of my Jades are around. I suppose that everyone is out watching the Imperial drones arrive with the filial pails. Girls, we have a visitor to our caverns.
Girls and Lek.
1. Do not be alarmed by their bizarre appearance. They seem to be harmless and quite weak. 2. Do not give them more injuries than they already have. Our visitor deserves a warm Jade Blood welcome.
Okay, so she has VVs when she's excited, and she lists things a lot. I like her already. She claps her hands. No one else is around, but you stand to attention and give her the thumbs up to show that you read her loud and clear. You notice that she called you visitor and not friend, but that's okay. You can do whatever it takes until you're upgraded from visitor to friend, or at least charity case.
Oh, little tiny grubs everywhere.
Okay. There it is, okay. So we have, I like this background, we got little charts, anatomy of a grub, just a pretty painting. Got a little blue. Oh, we should name them. You follow her upstairs and she stops at a big room on the second floor. When you step into it, you have to clap your hand over your mouth to keep from gagging at the revolting sight. There are big baby-sized larvae-looking things all over the floor, squirming around and crying and inchworming out of kiddie pools of green slime. What the hell?
This is our nursery. Most of these wigglers are sick or injured, so we look after them in here until they're well enough to go back out to the caverns and spin their cocoons.
She looks shifty all of a sudden, giving you some side-eye like she's sizing you up. You try to look very non-threatening and also 100% trustworthy.
We keep this nursery on the down low. It's not against any laws, but it's something of a break with tradition to save any of the grubs instead of just letting them die. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure why we do it. I guess it just feels right for me to take care of them, the same way I take care of my Jades.
I like her a lot more now, already. A nursery, huh? You look around again with this new information. You guess you can kind of see how the wigglers look like babies. You can't believe that one of these things could grow up into anything that looks like bronya, but this is an alien planet, so who knows. She takes you over to a shelf that seems to hold medical supplies. You're not sure what can be done for your broken ribs, but maybe she has some kind of alien technology that can help. But when she starts going through the cabinet, you don't see anything that looks like high-tech, like the thing that fixed your arm at Amicia's hive.
I guess that most of what we have is stuff for the wigglers, and I'm not familiar enough with your bizarre anatomy to know if it'll help. But if you're not completely sure how to do something, it's best to try anyway.
Oh, she's so good.
1. Even if you fail, everyone else can still learn from your mistake. 2. Maybe you won't fail. You never know.
You're not so sure about applying this ethos to your broken ribs, but she looks so determined, it might be rude to say no. Oh no. Okay. I don't actually know what's going to be the bad ending. I think I might start trying to go for the bad endings. Because one of these is going to be the short ending. And I want to get the short ending in the video. I'm just going to pick one at random, and whichever end I'll end up with, I'll make sure the short one is in the video, even right now. Thanks, but no thanks. I'll heal on my own just fine.
Oh, well, if you're sure. I'm worried about you, though. You seem like you need help, and I wish I could help you more. If I can't take care of someone, I'm not sure we could ever truly be friends.
You try to cheer her up, pointing out that friendship is a two-way street after all. She doesn't have to concern herself with your mutilated frame. How can you help her instead? Okay, this is giving off short end vibes.
Well, sure, there are things around here that I could use some assistance with. However, don't take this the wrong way, but we've only just met. I don't know that I can trust you to be as responsible as I am. It's not easy to be the one in charge. You have to be 1. Conscientious, 2. Considerate, and 3. Competent at all times.
You try to think of times in your life when you've been conscientious, considerate, or competent. You're drawing a bit of a blank, but hey, new planet, new you. You assure her that you have what it takes.
I guess if you want to prove that you can be responsible, I can let you help me out today.
Okay, so this is the long end.
It's a good time for a visit to the mother grub.
Be careful to step around all the little guys on the floor as you head out of the nursery. She takes you back outside, and these caverns are even bigger than you first realized. They're also dark and cold and gloomy, and you can't see anywhere that might lead up to the planet's surface. Does she really just live down here all the time? To make some conversation during this cold hike in a damp cave, you mentioned that living underground like this seems kind of depressing. You realize too late that this wasn't very tactful, but she doesn't get angry at your conversational gambit of insulting her home.
Oh no, it's very peaceful down here. Well, at least in comparison to anywhere else. I quite enjoy it. The breeding cabins are a place for life and birth, not death. That's pretty uncommon on Virginia.
You're not sure what she means by brooding caverns, but you guess it has something to do with the wigglers in her nursery. Before you can ask, you reach the top of a ridge and get a new, wider view of the rest of this cavern. It's enormous, probably the size of a small city. All over the cave floor you see more wigglers crawling everywhere. Cocoons line the cave walls and the larger stalagmites with some young trolls crawling out of them. Walking, flying, and crawling among the wigglers and young trolls are a variety of white monsters of all kinds and shapes and sizes. In the center of the cavern, there is... you don't even know how to describe it. It looks like a huge, many-legged queen bug of some sort, with a goat-shaped skull and horns coming out of her head. Her bulbous sphincter ripples as she lays a continuous stream of hundreds of eggs, from which you assume the gray wigglers will hatch. And marching through all this, you see several hulking bipedal creatures, each carrying 2 buckets either to or away from the mother grub. They look armed and they move like regimented troops, soldiers of some kind. You are instinctively terrified of them.
This is where the magic happens, and by that I mean the continuation of our species. Jay-bloods like myself are entrusted with looking after this process, which is of course a very special job. 1. The Imperial drones carry filial pails of genetic material to the mother grub for a slurry. 2. She lays eggs that hatch new grub broods. 3. After the wigglers are moved from their cocoons, the new trolls will go through the trials, and the ones that make it will be selected by Eleusis to help care for them. 4. Together the young trolls and their loci go up to the surface together, where the trolls will grow up, or get cold, or whatever.
As bronya explains troll reproduction to you, one of the Imperial drones veers sharply to the left, and in the process tramples over a few wrigglers and young trolls. The drone continues on, but several of the loci cry out, crowding around their dead or injured charges. Oh no! One of them, a gigantic beast that resembles a bison, bellows and rears up on its hind legs, hitting one of the other loci with its front hoof. I feel like Bronya's is a bat.
Oh geez, not again. This kind of damage control is a lot of what we have to deal with. Whenever Eleusis goes rogue out of grief or confusion, there's the potential for it to lash out at other loci, the wrigglers, or the mother grub herself. We J-Bloods cannot let that happen.
Oh, sudden dynamicism! She looks so concerned, a marked contrast to how confident she's seemed before now. You've offered to help her out earlier, and it seems like now's your chance. Someone has to stop that rogue Lucis, and that someone could be you? I'm gonna fight the monster. Save the day. I've got this. The bison Lucis seem to be causing quite a ruckus. Other Luci have now gotten riled up too, with some of them trying to gather wrigglers to keep them out of harm's way, and others just getting hyped to thrash. It seems like it could turn into a monster stampede, and they're close to the mother grub's big, soft, vulnerable adamant. Not great. Fighting a monster single-handed seems like a daunting first step in a friendship, but you didn't tell her you could be responsible. Are we gonna end up like killing the mother grub or something? You square your shoulders and tell Bronya that she has nothing to worry about. You're gonna stop that Lucis, calm down all the other Luci, and protect the mother grub, all without breaking a sweat and hopefully without breaking any more bones either.
Well there, I was gonna suggest that I go after it while you stay here. You seem kinda weak and fragile, even apart from your injuries, I mean. I don't want you to get hurt worse, and I'm not sure I trust anyone other than myself to take the lead on this.
That wasn't quite the reaction you were hoping for. Normally, you would all be about sitting back and letting her protect you because, well, protective and responsible is a good look on her. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and you don't know how else you're going to prove yourself worthy to be her friend. Okay, this is sounding like a bad end. You do your best to project an air of confidence, or at least competence. You assure her that this is no sweat for you. You take down raging bison back on your home planet all the time. You're known for it, actually.
Well, if you say that this isn't your first ungulate rope and gallop expedition, I'll believe you. I'll hang back to let you give it a shot. But if it gets too overwhelming in there, I'm right here. 1. Caring for the mother grub is my responsibility as a J-Blood. 2. I never abandon a friend to deal with a mess on their own. If we end up being friends, that is.
Oh, hell yes. Now you have reason to hope. Oh, Jesus God. You approach the rampaging bison with caution. Do Do all bison have horns like that? Maybe you do. You're no bison expert. But you're pretty sure they don't all have teeth that nasty. Bison on Earth mostly eat grass, don't they? This guy doesn't look like a herbivore. At first you try to calm the Lusus down by talking to it, but your soothing words have no effect. In fact, you might have just made it even angrier by suggesting that it pause and take some deep breaths in reaction to its trampled charge. You're not even sure it can understand human speech, come to think of it. You circle around it, wishing that you had some kind of lasso or something. Maybe you can herd it away from the mother grub. You look around to see if any of these other Luci look vaguely like Earth shepherd dogs, but no dice. You hesitate too long, and the Lusus turns away, its furious eyes falling on the mother grub. It stamps its hooves, snorts air out of its nostrils, and screams in a way that sounds a lot more hellish than you would imagine normal bison are capable of. It's obviously about to charge, and you can only think of one thing to do. In desperation, you leap forward and tackle it football style, doing everything you can with your flimsy human body to drag it onto its side. It half works. You plow into the Lusus and stop it in its tracks, but it topples over onto a nest of wrigglers, taking you down with it. Wigglers and young trolls go bouncing everywhere, squealing in distress, and their Luci descend upon you in a rage. Everything is chaos for a while. You're trapped beneath the bison Lusus, which is very worrying for all your body parts, and you think you might feel something important rupturing inside you. But hey, on the bright side, this crushing mass is protecting you from all the other pissed off Luci trying to attack you. Just as your whole breathing situation is starting to get dicey, you hear commotion and what sounds like possibly the trouncing of some of the smaller Luci that were trying to get to you. The crowd of beasts around you scatters, and then you hear her.
Ugh, I'm having a hard time getting this thing off of you. And he's still very angry. He keeps trying to kick me. Here's a bronze blood when you need one.
Over in the other route. You don't know what that means, but you're very grateful that she's here to help you. You try to communicate this, but it comes out garbled from all the blood in your mouth.
Maybe don't try to speak, or move, or help.
You experience a sinking feeling that can be related to your diminishing odds of impressing Bronya and becoming your friend, or it could be the compression of all your internal organs. Either way, it's tough to feel optimistic right now. But before you can give in to complete despair, you hear other voices. Ooh! Your view is blocked by the massive bison flesh on top of you, but could it be? Are these other people here to save you? I want it to be Lanera, Wansi, Daraya, Lank, etc., etc., etc.
Finally! I was wondering where you all had gotten off to. Let's all work together, girls! 1. You two grab his horns to keep the head still and keep it from biting anyone. 2. The rest of you come around and meet with its backside so we can push it without getting kicked.
You hear some grunting and muttering, and the bison starts making noises that sound more confused and less furious. The pressure and pain on your chest briefly spike in intensity as the thing weights shift, and then they must succeed in dragging it off you because suddenly you can breathe again. But the crisis is not yet over. While you're still testing the use of your lungs and blinking up at the cavern ceiling, you hear a new cacophony of enraged monster noises.
Uh-oh, the other Luci are still agitated. Get down there and try to calm them down. Protect the mother grub.
You try to lift yourself to see what's going on, but putting any weight on your arms make you feel like maybe all your bones got turned to confetti. Painful, painful confetti. You feel strong hands propping you up gently, and now your head is in Bronya's lap. You try to focus more on how this is a nice place for your head to be and less on the pain.
This is not good. I don't know if my jades can reach the stampede in time. The mother grub could get injured. Not to mention all these wigglers in danger. Oh no.
You didn't think this situation could get any worse, but now you see that several of the Imperial drones that have been about to leave the cavern are turning back, drawn by all the noise and chaos. But maybe this could be a good thing. Maybe they could instill some order.
Oh no! They're going to kill everyone!
She scrambles to her feet, in the process letting your head whack down on the cave floor. Your vision swims, but you can still make out the drones firing indiscriminately. At the Luci, at the grubs and wigglers, and at the Jadebloods. No! The Jadebloods are some of the best girls! One laser beam skims the side of the mother grub's massive midsection, and her scream is so loud that the ceiling shakes and a few stalactites shake loose, falling on drones and Luci and wigglers alike. It's a total catastrophe. A whole rainbow's worth of troll, wriggler, and Lucis blood is splattering the cavern walls. Bronya seems paralyzed by the chaos, looking from her jades, to the mother grub, to the imperiled wigglers, like she's not sure who to help first.
I can't believe it! This is the worst disaster we've ever had down here! And all because I thought I could sit back and let someone else be responsible for once. If I were a less secure person, I could let this moment plant a seed of self-doubt in my mind about my ability to take care of others and do my job well. Or I could chalk it up to you being really stupid.
Oh no! You shrink under the weight of her glare. She's green in the face from how angry she is. You swallow and manage to spit out enough blood to ask a question that you already know is hopeless. Does this mean that we can't be friends?
Are you serious right now? I do not make friends with anyone who recklessly endangers the trolls and wigglers under my care.
I feel like the sprite could have been drawn so that she was facing you, but you know. Game over. You killed them all! Oh no! Oh no! I hope this doesn't also mean Wanshi and Lanera and Raya and Like and all my baby angels. No! Alright, looks like this is gonna be a too bad end episode. That was certainly something. I'm gonna go for the shorter end now, and then next episode, I guess, we're going to go for the good end. Go for it. My ribs are already broken, so where's the harm?
Okay, come here. Lift up your shirt so I can get to your injured bellow sac enclosures. Yes, like that. Turn the part that's all bloody and horrifying towards me.
She has something that looks like some kind of ointment. It's a shade of bright green, similar to the slime beds you see around the nursery, and it also seems to be glowing. It seems like there's nothing wrong about applying it to your skin. It's silver slime, isn't it? But despite your optimism, the second bronya rubs some of it on your broken skin, you feel a searing hot pain like you just got doused with acid. You flinch back instinctively. Your momentum carries you too far, and as you step back, you trip on something behind your feet. You cartwheel with your arms, but it's no use. You're going down, you're yelling timber. Oh no! You feel something soft and squishy break your fall, and you hear a terrible squelching noise and some kind of animal squeal. You have rollen right onto one of the wrigglers. You roll off of it, but there's no use. It's squished flat, and you're covered in olive fluid that you think might be its blood. You look up to see the Bronya's horrified face and know that there is no hope for friendship in those French flies.
You might want to run before I throw you out the window and break the rest of your bones.
Oh! Game over. Alternia's deadliest ass. Oh my god, that Bronya in the background though. Wow. Well, that was a rather sad episode. I don't know whether or not to put it on the scale of sadness as Skilla's second episode, because holy heck, that was something. But also mass murder, you know. And they're about equal. Next episode, hopefully we'll be getting a bender ending with Bronya. I will get to do the voice more, which I love. Yeah, this is making me like Bronya a lot more than I did, which I knew would happen. I've been saying it would happen. But yeah, that's the end.